This is your fucking moment. You only get one moment in life.
My throat's sore, I've had a sore throat for a month and a half, and this is not an acoustic environment that's suitable to request this from me.
I don't give a fuck.
Your language is offensive. Fuck you. It's called mind fucking. You ever been mind fucked before?
Hiding your valuables in your anus.
Oh my God! Why does this keep happening to me?
Broadcasting live from the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio in downtown Cleveland.
This is the funnest night ever!
And the nipples. I'll take 2.
On MorningshowCentral.com.
Don't interrupt me again.
Okay.
You think you got issues?
Please, enlighten me.
Wait till you get a load of these clowns.
Who the fuck are you?
Come here to get your weekly fix of Sick and Twisted.
Yeah, it's got its tongue up my ass.
No.
It's Uncensored Net Noise.
Come on in. Oh, and bring your whore. We'll all do some blood.
What the fuck's going on? Leave it alone.
On MorningshowCentral.com.
Yeah, that was probably the first sign of the apocalypse.
Previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
I'm sort of pissed off right now. I really am. At this company, well, screw it, I don't care. Western Digital. These guys are a bunch of morons. The customer service representative that I talked to the other day, yesterday, said that the drive was already being shipped to my house and I should have it, today. Oh, no. The drive's, no, we don't have any in stock. I'm like, well, why did the customer service, I hate overseas people. I really do. Especially when they outsource their call center to like Singapore or something like that, or China. Because you never get a straight answer from the person at all. Now I'm waiting till Monday for this brand new hard drive. But on a lighter note, I did get an upgrade because they went from a 1 terabyte to a 2 terabyte hard drive. I hate overseas people. I really do.
This is your fucking moment. You only get one moment in life.
My throat's sore, I've had a sore throat for a month and a half, and this is not an acoustic environment.
Everything is closing in. All this emptiness, it surrounds me. With everything I feel, I just know, oh, it's changing.
You could tell I've been off for a couple weeks. I messed up my intro. Oh, well. I guess that's what I get for taking off this long, And last week it was unfortunate. I couldn't make it because my stupid car decided, let's not run anymore. Must get repaired. Spend millions of dollars to fix it. Yeah, that's my life. Yeah, you're probably thinking, wah, who cares? Everybody's got problems. Yeah, but this came at the wrong time.
I just want to let you know that you make me weak, and now I feel.
Then this stupid insurance company that I had to repair the car, you see all these like insurance companies out there that you can get like coverage if your car breaks down, or you can get coverage if let's say your motor blows up or your transmission fries on you. They'll cover your car fully. The package I had, they wouldn't cover a computer system that runs the car, right?
I'm surrounded.
Idiots. That's what they are. They're all idiots.
All these memories.
And this weather, Jesus criminy, would it go away already? I want it, summer to come. I want 80-degree temps right now. I hate this weather. I know I live in Cleveland. Get used to it. I am used to it, but I don't like this weather.
Now only broken chains are all that I found. Oh, it's killing me.
See, I'm getting you guys before you comment on the show this week. I noticed a few people up on the website commenting like, "What? You cry too much." I know. I'm a bitch.
Now I feel like you got the best of me. It doesn't matter where I go, 'cause I just can't sleep without you here. I just wanna let you know that you make me weak, and now I'm here. I'm surrounded.
Damn, Chris, you got this camera like up in my nose this week. Christ, dude.
I'm caught in my feelings again. They're ringing out inside my head.
I don't think people at home want to see up my nose. Can we move this camera back a little bit?
It's in everything that exists. The walls are slowly closing in. And now I can't pretend. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's better. That's cool. That'll work, I think. Oh, don't kill yourself now.
Where I go, 'cause I just can't sleep without you here. I just wanna let you know that you make me weak, and now
I love my interns. They're awesome. Every last... Wait, I only got one.
I'm here. It doesn't matter where I go, because I just can't sleep without you here.
It's going to be sad when he leaves, though. He's going to be graduating pretty soon. I can't put my foot up his ass anymore. That's going to suck.
I just wanna let you know that you make me weak, and now I'm here.
When I start making millions of dollars, I'll hire you, Chris, okay? All right.
I'm surrounded.
All right, you want to call the show? The number's 888-668-0742. Get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. I'm in there right now. We've got a good show for you tonight. I got a guest coming on tonight. His name is Mark Eisenhart. He has a remarkable story that he wants to talk to us about. He was at 455 pounds, and he lost 215 pounds a month or something like that. We'll get into it more. I mean, he's a slim guy now, but he wants to get down to a certain weight at a certain time, and we're going to talk to him and find out exactly what the weight he wants to get down to. And I also want to find out, he's also doing acting. He's also doing sports. He's into all this stuff now. And I want to hear a story. I want to hear what's going on. Maybe he'll give me some tips, and maybe I can lose some weight. I know I need to, but I want to see what he did. I want to see if he used, if it was all in the weight room, because I'm not doing the weight room. There's no way in hell I'm going to do the weight room. There's no way. I'm a pussy in there. If it's like maybe like those energy, whatever they are, those concoctions that, mix raspberries and oranges and stuff into a blender and mix it up and drink it and throw some powder in it. Well, yeah, I'm good with that. I can do that. Or was it pills, those diet pills that I don't know what he used. So I'm going to talk to him and find out what's going on. Have no clue what he used. I did a little research to find out exactly, how he came about this and why he did it. It was because of his father. And his father was overweight too, and he saw his father deteriorating, and he didn't want to see himself go that way as well. So he's doing this for his dad, basically. So we're going to talk to him a little bit tonight, find out what's going on. I got a couple stories in the news here. I did tell you why I was off last week, because my stupid car broke down, but that's no big deal, and I'm here now. So I got a couple stories that I want to talk to you before we get Mark on. There's this vaccine. Okay, it's an alcoholism vaccine. So basically, it's like the flu shot. You get the flu shot, and then, you get the flu, right? And then, after you get the flu, then you won't get the flu again throughout the whole flu season. Well, that's how it works, in some cases, some scenarios. Some doctors say, well, we'll give you the flu shot. You shouldn't get the flu at all. Every time I get the damn flu shot, I get the flu. So I'm assuming this shot's the same way. Some people are different, when they get shots. But this one here in particular, just, alcohol shot or whatever it is, vaccine, basically it's in your system. So let's say you get peer pressure, all right, from, let's say I took the shot and my intern Chris says, hey, you want to go out for beers tonight and go have a drink or whatever the case may be? And I go, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's go have a beer. I go to the bar. I forget I took the shot, right? Well, as soon as I take a sip of beer, I am totally blitzed. One sip of beer, it will give you the nastiest hangover. So basically what this shot does is trying to combat you from not drinking anymore. So if you have a drinking problem, this shot is perfect for you, because this will automatically, as soon as you take a sip of alcohol, it could be anything. It could be a sip of beer or a sip of, Jack Daniels, or a sip of whatever, 151, whatever your choice of liquor is. You take a little sip of any sort of alcohol, you're hungover. You're done. These researchers they're in Chile, and they said that they're doing this because there is a big, I guess, a overwhelming surge of people that are alcoholics over there or whatever. So they're trying to figure out a way to combat this, and this shot is supposed to do that. I wonder if they're going to bring this to the United States, because if they bring this to the United States, this would be awesome, because there's enough drunks here in the United States that probably need this. And I think it would save a lot of lives. So that, let's see what happens, though. Like it says on the headline, even the smallest amount of booze, just the smallest amount of booze, will basically get you drunk. You'll be hungover like you had 50 shots. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea. I mean, they should roll this thing out here in the United States, though. We'll see what happens, though. There was a DJ here, and I believe in Ohio or something. I think he's from Ohio. He some girl, young lady, called into a radio station in Alliance, Ohio, and her name was Kelly Baker, and she called the Mo Show. I don't know what the Mo Show is. I never heard of the Mo Show. It's on Q92 in Alliance. Chris, you got your mic on in there? Go ahead and pot your mic up real quick so I can hear you. Go ahead, do it again. All right, let me see. All right, you on there now? Okay. Trying to find you here on this damn board. I don't think you're on, Chris. Bring that mic here real quick. Let me see. There might be something up with it or something like that. Maybe the battery's bounced up or something in it, though. Because I was going to ask you a question about this whole Mo Show thing real quick. Thinking maybe you might know about it, though. Let me just see it real fast. Then I'll give it to you. Okay, that's why we're on that one. All right, there we go. Someone moved the cord on me or something like that. Do you know anything about this Mo Show or whatever this is?
Mo Show? No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's some show out of Alliance, and I guess it's an urban hip hop show or something like that. He's supposed to be playing like urban music or something like that, or whatever the case may be. I never listened to it anyways. But anyways, this lady called in. She was trying to get a hold of someone that was on the show with Mo, I guess, or whatever, and she was having a really hard time trying to explain to this Mo character who she wanted to talk to, but she has Down syndrome. That's the problem. So the whole entire time he's on the phone with her, he goes, Mo's like, oh, yes, you called the radio station, Kelly. Oh, yes, I did. I'm sorry. That's what she said. They all somebody translated this. So basically the moral of the story is that this guy, this Mo guy, I don't think he did anything wrong, because I think at the end of his conversation, he said something about, I guess he thought he was being pranked or by somebody or something like that because of her speech impediment or whatever she was doing. Well, they fired the guy. Well, they didn't fire him; they suspended him, and told him he's no longer on the air. So basically, he's fired for a couple of weeks or whatever the case may be. They threw him on suspension. So this, I don't think this guy really did anything too much too much wrong with it. There is audio out there, but I wish I can play it, but we don't have the right to play it because it is a CBS or Clear Channel station, and I don't need them telling me I violated some rule or something like that. So, but anyways, the caller raised started made a stink about it and everything, and now evidently this Mo DJ guy that's on Alliance Radio has to make a public apology to her. And then also go to her face to face and make a public apology.
Get his job back?
He'll get his job back. He'll be able to work again, but it's going to be probably a couple weeks before he gets his job back. Which kind of sucks, though. I mean, I listened to the tape, and I really don't think he did too much wrong. He may have, was messing with her, but how do you really know? Let's say hypothetically, I'm on the air right now, and someone calls in and pranks me. How do I know that you have some sort of disability or mental illness? I won't know. And what if someone calls in and they do have the mental illness and I start, ribbing on them or something like that, and then everybody gets all, up at arms saying, well, why are you making fun of this person? Well, I've been pranked before, so what do you think? Right. I don't know. So that's probably the reason why Mo turned around and did what he did, is he thought maybe it was a prank call. Someone was trying to prank him, and he wasn't going to let that happen. And, it came to this. But you know what? I'm glad he's apologizing. Even if, it saves face and the girl's happy about it and there won't be any kind of an issues. But I am kind of upset that he did have to lose his job for, a lengthy amount of time until, this all blows over. But hopefully he'll be back on the air. I don't know who he is, but, if you're in broadcasting, or whatever, you're like under the microscope with everybody out there. I mean, if you say one wrong thing or you say something like today, prime example, I put up a satire story up on Morning Show Central's Facebook page, and it was about Rush Limbaugh being thrown out of a Mexican restaurant, and he got pissed off at the owner of the restaurant and started calling him racist comments. Well, here's the thing. He never said any racist comments. That's why it's called a satire story. It's like, if you ever seen the Onion News at all on Comedy Central, or if you go to their website, Onion News or onion.com or onionnews.com, and you see all these fake stories about people, well, that's exactly what this website's doing too. But it's a totally different website. Well, people on our MSC Facebook page thought this was real. And there was one chick on there, I'm not going to mention her name, she just turns around and she goes, I agree with Rush Limbaugh 100%. I think he did the right thing. I'm like, really? I mean, he called this guy a racist names and, called him out of called him all kinds of derogatory comments, and you agree with Rush? Are you serious, man? I mean, and then when she found out it was a fake satire story, she's like, well, that's like, that's entrapment that you just did right there. I'm like, no, I'm not a cop, and I'm not sitting off the side of the road with my lights off. That's entrapment. I put it up there. You should have done your research and looked at the website and said, oh, it is a satire website, because the 15 comments above you even said, this was a fake story, and they caught wind of it as soon as I posted it. So you turning around telling me that I entrapped you and started making all these comments. You need to check your facts before you start making accusations and stuff. So it was kind of funny though, but things like that are weird. You just got, like I said, DJs and radio hosts and internet radio guys, they're all under the microscope, every last one of us, because if we slip up, we say one wrong thing, it's like, oh my God, it's the end of the world or something like that, So we can't make mistakes. We have to be, perfect every time. We're not human, I guess. So I got another story here about this boy that went to school, and he was warned by his teacher. It's a Massachusetts boy. He's 5 years old. He was warned by his school for making a Lego gun in school. So basically what this kid did was he made a Lego gun, and then he started, holding it up, making the bang bang sounds, and the school warned him. So basically what happened was the little boy got suspended, and he's not in school. He's going to be out for a few days because of for 2 weeks, basically, because he made a Lego gun in school. Now look. There's a lot of things going on. There was this recently, a few days ago, there was another shooting in a school. A couple of days before that, there was another shooting in a school. So and you got that big one from Sandy Hook that happened, and we had one here in Chardon, over the summer. These school shootings are popping up everywhere, and it's getting to the point right now. I'm like, it's kind of scaring me a little bit. And then the freaky thing about it is that my daughter brings home this paper from school, and I guess all the Cleveland public school kids had to do this sort of survey type thing. Are you safe? Do you feel safe in your school, basically? And do you feel safe, that your security guard is up, by the front door or whatever? Or do you still feel safe about, this, that, and the other? And I'm like, with all these stories going on in the news, especially when kids are isolated from the news and they don't know exactly what's going on because their parents are too naive to tell them, hey, there was a shooting in the school. And, instead of telling them this, they hide it from them. They try to shield them from the world. That's one thing I hate doing with kids. I hate shielding them from things because, especially my daughter, if there's a shooting in a school, I'm going to let her know that there's a shooting in a school because she deserves to know that. She needs to know that because, this way she understands exactly if something goes down in her school, she knows exactly what to do, and maybe she can get away quick enough to get away from the gunman. So, try not to shield your kids too much. I understand shielding them from porn and, and all this other stuff and all this other nonsense online or whatever the case may be. My show in general, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But the thing is that don't shield them from everything, because once you start doing that, these kids are going to be, like locked up in closets, like, that one movie, Flowers in the Attic. And you don't want that. You want your kids to at least know some kind of culture in the world and know what's going on in the world, because without that, your kids are going to, not know what to do. So, but anyways, this kid was making a handgun in school and he got suspended. Now, I get it. I totally get it. The kid went out and he did the wrong thing. He broke school guidelines. It's in the book. It's in the handbook. It's in my daughter's handbook. It says if you make any kind of gun gestures or if you make any, paper guns or what, it doesn't matter what you do, or you even attempt to make those gestures, you'll get suspended from school. And rightfully so, the kid got suspended. But here's the thing, though. I think they're pushing it a little too hard because, the thing is that the kid was given these Legos and he started building something with these Legos, and then he gets suspended from the school because the teacher told him to build something. The teacher didn't tell him what to build. He just built something off the top of his head, and it happened to be a gun. I get it. There's a lot of this tragic stuff going around, and it's getting crazy, and I totally understand that. But the problem I see with it is that it's going a little too far, especially when a kid makes a Lego gun and the teacher knows for a fact it's a Lego gun, and they suspend him for it. That's kind of crazy. Or if the kid's got a paper gun that he makes out of paper mache, in a class while he should be, paying attention to the chalkboard instead of making these guns, these little paper guns. I get it, but the thing is, it's going a little too far with that. They should lighten up on that a little bit. Maybe if I was a teacher, I would have went up to the kid like, look, you can't make this in the class. This is against our rules here at the school. Don't ever do it again. Gave him a warning and said, okay, this is it. No more warnings. Don't make any more of these guns. No, they didn't even, give this kid a shot. They just kicked him out of the school. That was it. Said, here you go. No more school for you. And they suspended him for 2 weeks, and now he's going to be sitting home not learning anything. And that's the problem. There's more kids on the street right now not learning anything than there's kids in school. Like today, which is a prime example. My daughter went to school today. We had a blizzard outside. Half of the city of Cleveland, all these other schools are all out. All the other suburbs, the suburb schools, they're all out. Cleveland schools, no, they went to school. And they only had about 8 teachers in my daughter's school today. Does it make sense? No, doesn't make sense at all. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get Mark Eisenhart on. We're going to talk to him for a little bit. Listen to Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com.
Don't touch that mouse, or we'll come to your home and pistol whip you. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on MorningShowCentral.com. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda!
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine.
Hey, this is Steve Snyder from Twisted Sister, and you're listening to Uncensored Net Noise.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You want a date? I'm gonna puke on you. Gee, I don't think I have a price for that.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on MorningShowCentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Deny one Farmville request at a time.
Prepare to get your cock rocked to kingdom come.
Welcome back to the show that doesn't discriminate. We'll bang everyone equally.
You can handle that? You got a job.
It's Uncensored Net Noise. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. It's Uncensored Net Noise. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. Live on morningshowcentral.com. If you'd like to call the show, 1-888-668-0742. You know, the standard computer keyboard has been around for a long time. Don't you think it's time for something you can configure yourself and change at the touch of a button? Well, that keyboard is closer than you think. It's called the Swyboard. All that cool stuff you can do in a touchscreen, well, now you can do it on a keyboard. The Swyboard is more than a keyboard. It's a command center, and you can be part of making the Swyboard a reality. Go to swyboard.com, check it out, and become a supporter. One contributor will win a Swyboard from the first production run. Make the keyboard of the future a reality now. Go to swyboard.com. That's swyboard.com. Previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
Facebook is trying to make more money some way, shape, or form, and they're already adding more and more and more of these ads on the side of Facebook right now, which kind of sucks, though, because, you know, you're starting to see all these little pop-ups on the side and everything like that, and it's just sometimes it's annoying. You know, that's the one thing that we try to strive here at MSC is that we try not – we post a lot of stuff on Facebook, but we try to gear our people to go to the website. Go to morningshowcentral.com. But to pay $100 to send a message out to a perfect stranger? No, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. And I don't think anybody else is going to do it either.
It's Uncensored Net Noise.
Uncensored Net Noise.
What happens when a dysfunctional family stops taking their medication?
Oh, this is so hilarious.
Keep listening and find out. It's Uncensored Net Noise.
All right, we're back. All right, you want to call the show? The number's 888-668-0742. Or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. I'm in there right now. I'm going to get Mark on the phone real quick. We're going to talk to him for a little bit, find out what's going on. But before I bring him on, though, I just want to say one thing, though. I was checking out his website just a few minutes ago before I brought him on the phone here. There's one thing on his website that I don't see, and maybe I'm going to ask him about this, too. There's one thing. It's the About section. You know, the whole entire story about Mark, but I did get his press release, so I did find that, so we're good there. But the thing is, like, I wanted to do one more last thing before I went on the air with him so that we all have all the information in front of me. And I said, well, I'll do that right before the show. I'm sure there's an About section on there, but we're going to find out from Mark what's going on, though. So let's bring him on the phone. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me on the show.
I'm doing
rocks, man. I'm glad to be here. I miss Ohio.
I appreciate it. So, tell me a little bit about your whole journey that you're getting into right now. I mean, you were at 454 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, 455.
Yeah.
After watching my dad beat cancer to die of liver disease, I hit my rock bottom. My dad was my best friend, my hero, my greatest teacher, my true north, and the experience of watching him become a wraith right in front of my eyes just gutted me. You know, I'm a guy I've been an athlete my whole life. I played football and wrestled in high school and college and played for a short time in the minor leagues with the Portland Raiders, and also was a weekend warrior. In fact, I used to work in outdoor recreation and leadership and guide. So I'm a guy who's been in great shape at different times in my life, but also yo-yoed and really struggled with an eating disorder. And, you know, I was not in control of my life in my late 30s. My eating disorder was in control of my life. And then, you know, to add gasoline to a diesel fire when my dad got diagnosed with cancer, things very quickly, what was already a downward spiral, spun out of control very quickly. So at the time of my rock bottom, I was looking at death's door. I weighed 455 pounds. I had 20 different things wrong with me: diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, anxiety, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, a mood disorder, of course, an eating disorder, and I was abusing drugs and alcohol. I want to go on record as saying that I was a very, 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 very sick man. And a lot of these interviews that I do, I've done over 60 of them on TV and radio plus print media, they seem to focus more on the weight loss story, and I realize that's important for people to hear, but I was a very, very sick man. My mind was broken. I was in total darkness visible, and I was abusing drugs and alcohol. You realize I went over 40 years without ever tasting alcohol. And then when things started to go to hell in a handbasket with my dad, I not only started drinking, I started abusing. I was in the hell of my own creation at the time of my rock bottom.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though. So was the alcohol your biggest crutch though? I mean, was that the thing that threw you, brought you right back to, where you were or whatever? I mean, or was it other drugs? What other drugs were you taking though that threw you down in the bottom?
The biggest thing for me was I used to be a paramedic firefighter, and I did search and rescue. So it was PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, compiled with an eating disorder. I had textbook eating disorder, overeating, binge eating, processed foods, and all the comorbidity. I had anxiety, I had depression, I had a mood disorder, I had OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder. I had stopped taking my medication. I wasn't doing any of the things that the doctors told me to do. I was willingly and consciously and knowingly running my life into the ground. And then, as I said, to go from bad to worse, because I was watching my best friend die in front of me and there was nothing I could do about it, I started abusing drugs and alcohol. Thankfully for me, it was nothing hardcore. I wasn't doing any hardcore drugs, but I was abusing painkillers and sleeping pills, and I was abusing alcohol. And,
wow.
That was, as I said before a couple minutes ago, it was like adding gasoline to a diesel fire.
That's true. Now, the whole story, I mean, I do want to get into a little deeper with it, though, but I also want to find out, your start. I mean, you said that your dad was your inspiration, and this is the reason why you wanted to, go on this journey. Now, there's also the second part of this journey that you want to do, and you want to lose more weight. So tell me about that.
Well, yeah, so let me answer the first question. My dad, Bud Eisenhart, is an extraordinary man. He was my greatest hero, my teacher, my true north, my mentor, my best friend. It was not uncommon for me to have, big, long power talks with my dad. I mean, seriously, I would go over there maybe, for dinner, visit my folks or whatever, and after dinner, I would go, in the study or the library or whatever and talk to my dad for 4 hours. That was not uncommon at all. My mom would come in and check on us, make sure we were still there. But we would tear it apart. I mean, we talk about sports and girls and all that stuff, but we talk about philosophy and spirituality and religion and science and all the big stuff. My dad was my best friend. So as you can imagine, the experience of watching him, deal with this, he became a prisoner in his own body. What happened was the cancer, they prescribed a very aggressive course of treatment for chemotherapy and radiation, and it worked. The problem was we didn't know this, but he had a pre-existing diabetic cirrhosis, so that went into overdrive. So he beat cancer to die of liver disease secondary to that cirrhosis. So that was killing me. It just gutted me. So I did what I decided to do in a moment of great strength, after, the services were over and I had to make my peace with the fact that I was never going to see my dad again. I decided in that moment it's been said you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. So I got to find out how much strength I had in reserve. I just said, okay, this is it. I'm not living this way anymore. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my dad. I'm doing it for my friends and my family. I'm going to make getting and staying healthy my full-time job and my highest priority and restore myself to the kind of vibrant health that I had when I was in my prime, or I'm going to die trying. And I told everybody that was really important to me, really close to me at that time of my life, including a panel of physicians, what I was intending to do, and they told me it was impossible. And then I did it. In 1 year without surgery, I dropped 215 pounds from 455 down to 240, eradicated all the disease states, not the symptoms. The diseases are gone. Reversed diabetes. Had a 90% loss of feeling in both feet from diabetic neuropathy. I've had nearly 100% return of feeling in both feet now.
Yeah.
I had a 25% loss of hearing in my left ear, a 15% loss in my right. I've got 100% return of hearing in both ears. And I'm a social responsible drinker. I can go out with some friends on the weekend, have a glass of wine, maybe two. I like to drink every once in a blue moon a Vesper, which I'm sure you know is the original 007 martini, because I kind of want to feel like James Bond. But I can do it responsibly. I can do it under control. I don't get into any trouble with it. And then to answer the second part of your question, I've been reasonably successful since that transformation as a sponsored athlete. I competed on American Ninja Warrior. And by the way, real quick, there's some people that are tuned in. I just want to give a real quick shout out to Chris Okrulik in Topeka, Kansas, and Kerry Collins in Eugene. Those guys are both going up for American Ninja Warrior this year. I want to wish them well. I'm not going to compete this year. I am going to get back to that at some point, but I had a blast doing it. But I've got some other goals that I'm working on. So I just want to give a real quick shout out to them. So I've been reasonably successful, but it's 2013 is a big year for me. I'm going to get to the top of my game, so I'm embarking on a second transformation now.
Right.
I believe it takes a village to raise a child. So what I've done is I've aligned myself with a lot of incredibly talented experts, professionals in their respective fields. I'm working with Tom Terwilliger, former Mr. America, two-time Mr. Olympia contender. He's my head coach. He's my achievement mentor. Tracy Lynn Cowan is a national-level figure competitor and a lifestyle and fitness coach. Andrea Nakayama is my nutritionist. She was recently featured in Martha Stewart's Whole Living magazine. Dino Paris is my peak performance specialist. There's a ton of people. If you go to my website, there's a link you can click on there that says my team that describes everything from my, intuitive strategist to my business coach to my publicist to my manager to anti-aging detoxing specialist. All these expert resources I'm really lucky and really grateful and really blessed to have. And the idea is that this lands with me dropping from my current weight of about 247 pounds down to 210, and somewhere between 7 to 8% body fat. And I'm going for the cover of Men's Health magazine. I intend to do this to have hit those targets by the 26th of June, which is my dad's birthday.
That's
so
awesome.
Roughly 5 months' time. I'm going to shed the first, we're going to do it in 2 stages. So shed this first amount of weight and the first 10% off my current body fat in 3 months, and then 2 months to do it again after that. And that'll give me some traction. I can't say what it is. I've already got some international print media exposure, some interest, a commitment for some of the other magazines, but that'll give me the traction that I need. I'm going for the cover of Men's Health because, to me, this is all about paying it forward so other people can benefit from my experience and be inspired. And I can't see a better trajectory than a guy who is morbidly obese at death's door to a guy who lands on the cover of Men's Health magazine to show people how far one person can go when they decide to invest in their health and their well-being, and their, just on brute force determination, courage, fortitude, resolve, and, iron cast will. And that's kind of what I'm made of.
Yeah,
so that's that second transformation that you asked me about.
That's awesome, though. So now let me ask you this. Now this diet, or I don't want to say it's the diet. This regimen that you're doing, is it what does it entail a little bit? Can you give me a little bit of what it entails? Like, is it more of like eating a certain foods, or is it weightlifting, or is it like these power shakes? What is it?
It's a lot of things. There's a lot of components to it. It's a lifestyle. It's 24/7. So let me clarify one thing. The catalyst to me dropping all that weight in 1 year without surgery and transforming my life was a plant-based whole foods diet that eventually gave way to a raw and vegan diet. That's how I was able to, in large part, do what I did in the short period of time that I did. I just recently had a full spectrum, actually 2 sets of tests done, full spectrum analysis done, and my body is no longer recombinating plant proteins. In other words, the vegan diet, the raw and vegan diet that served me so well and was a catalyst to my weight loss and my transformation, now stands in the way of me getting to the top of my game in my career as a sponsored athlete. So I've had the test done. I've consulted the members of my team. So one part of in response to your question is my diet. I'm now what's called an ovo-lacto-pescatarian, which is a big 50-cent way of saying that I eat a plant-based diet, mostly vegan, but that includes fish, that includes eggs, occasionally some goat cheese, to get some animal proteins back in my system. Roughly, I'm guessing probably about 60 to 70% of my diet is still plant-based. Things like seed grains, quinoa, mung beans, lentil, a ton of vegetables, a ton of greens. But I do now eat wild-caught or responsibly farmed fish, and I do eat organic, cage-free or free-range, soy-free, preferably fertile eggs. To get some animal proteins, and I'm going to put some organic whey in my diet too. So there's that. Every 2 hours I eat 6 to 8 times a day. I work with a functional nutritionist, so I have a protocol. I eat fat, fiber, protein in every meal. I precede every meal with raw apple cider vinegar and enzymes by Enzymedica to maximize the absorption of vital nutrients, making sure that I have the right macronutrients and micronutrients in there, following it up with things like raw fermented sauerkraut for additional probiotics and enzymes. I do drink smoothies. So when I say eat 6 to 8 times a day, what I mean is calories, ingest calories. So it could be typically like 3 smoothies, maybe 4 meals. I'm a Vega brand ambassador and Vega sponsored athlete, so I'm part of a program called Thrive Forward. So I stand behind the work of Brendan Brazier. He's a huge source of inspiration for me, and I use Vega products like Vega One and Vega Performance Protein. I actually have a total of 25 sponsors.
You should get.
And if you go to the sponsorship page on my website, you can learn more about those. But from a dietary point of view, I have access to some of the cleanest, most nutrient-dense, most bomber foods, superfoods, and supplements out there. So I'm really lucky. I've got a super clean diet.
That's awesome.
I've picked up some new sponsors that I'm really stoked about. That I'm going to be working with Virus, which is technical action sports performance wear. It's all compression grade stuff, and Cool Fit is a cooling vest, so I'm going to actually do some pre-cooling and post-cooling before and after my workouts. That'll decrease my recovery time. And then Tom Terwilliger, as I said, is a former Mr. America. He's designed a transformation program, which is going to be supervised by Tracy Lynn Cowan. She's my head trainer, and this is all going to consist of everything from weight training, obviously, functional movement training, systems like core sticks and TRX, and cardio to include spinning and swimming. The idea is to force my body to adapt to variable stimuli to maximize gains. And this will ultimately be along a trajectory where at the end of this year, December of 2013, January of 2014, I'm going to climb Aconcagua, which is a 7,000-meter peak in Argentina.
Are you serious?
Kind of the diet and the physical part of the training.
Wow, that's insane that you're gonna. I mean, I've seen that. I haven't been there personally, but I know that that thing. That's huge, Mark. Come on, really? You're gonna climb that thing?
Oh, it is. I was a climber in my 20s. I was a search and rescue man. I've climbed several of the Cascade volcanoes, and I did some guiding. So I'm a competent climber, and I'm a guy who's spent extended periods of time out in the backcountry. I had to, as part of my search and rescue training, I've had to spend the night impromptu out in the backcountry, under a lean-to and bow drill a fire and learn how to procure water and food. And as part of my survival training, I worked for a paramilitary organization, and I was trained by guys that were in the 939th and the 304th Pararescue Wing. So I have that skill set. I have that foundation. And Aconcagua is just a rung along the ladder. It's to set me up for some bigger things, some bigger climbs, some of the 7,000 and 8,000 meter peaks that I want to do. At the end of the day, I want other people to benefit from my experience and be inspired. And I realize that sometimes you got to do extraordinary things in order for that to happen and to get people's attention. So I'm a guy that's standing up saying, I'm going to rattle the cages. I'm going to do extraordinary things. I'm going to do it under a mantle that pays it forward, that hopefully inspires other people. And one of the things that I'm standing up for is hopefully helping to prevent childhood obesity in this country, because I want kids to have the chance that I didn't have when I was growing up.
Now, the American Ninja Warrior show that you were on, now you said that you wouldn't, you're not going to be going on it again this season. So,
not this season, right?
Right. So, are you going to make maybe another appearance in another season, or are you going to come back, or what's going to happen?
I plan to. Long-term goals, just so you know what I plan to do, what's on my radar is more climbing, more mountaineering. There's some peaks in the Peruvian Andes that have never been climbed. I want to go and bag some of those peaks. I see my contribution as an athlete being more along the lines of doing things that embrace that determination, that fortitude, that boundlessness of the human spirit.
Right.
So I want to be counted among the ranks of people like Ernest Shackleton when this is all said and done. I'm a survivor. So what's on my vision board is ultimately a traverse of the northern Patagonian ice field, which is an opportunity to overcome all kinds of obstacles and adversity. And, you know, I'm working with Tom Terwilliger, who's my head coach and my achievement mentor, on all the visualization and all the mental things that I need to do, all the meditations and doing, getting my head straight. So all those things, I'm in the right kind of mindset to do that, because I'm going to be up against the elements, obviously. But I am going to go back, I intend to anyway, compete on American Ninja Warrior again next season, and possibly Ultimate American Athlete. I'm aligning myself here in Los Angeles with Mike Torsha, who's a guy who's a celebrity trainer. He helped Matt Damon to get ready for the Bourne movies and worked with Al Pacino, and he's got a program that's launching this season called Ultimate American Athlete, and I'd like to be a part of that next season. I'm splitting my time between Portland and L.A. right now, maintaining Portland residency and down in L.A. for work, because the other thing I'm doing is adapting my story both as a book and a film called Rattle the Cages. So I do see a time when I'll come back to American Ninja Warrior. It won't be this year. I want to focus mostly on climbing, and then the big end game for me is the northern Patagonian ice field.
That's awesome.
I got that in my cells. I can feel it. I can taste it. I'm hungry for it.
Now you got. I'm looking at your press release right here, and you got. There is a gambit of different media outlets you've been on. I mean, there's like tons of them. I mean, now tell me about the experience of going on them. I mean, do you feel that you got the word out to people? Do you think that people will take your word and run with it? I mean, how do you feel so far about everything that you've been doing?
Well, here's what I know for sure. I have, as I said, been on over 60 TV and radio shows, 7 magazines, 2 covers. I've got some other big stuff that I can't talk about right now because I'm under non-disclosure, but a lot of good publicity coming. And I have accepted the seat to host my own radio show in a couple weeks, which will be actually based out of Cleveland, but I'll be broadcasting from a virtual studio. So I'm stoked about that, Rattle the Cages Radio. Conservatively, what I can tell you is that since my transformation, my brand, my story has gotten out to somewhere between at least 20 to 25 million people based on analytics, projections, all that. I don't know how many people watch the CBS show The Doctors or American Ninja Warrior or True Life or Real World on MTV or the Jeff Probst Show, and those networks won't give me numbers, and I understand why. So I at least know that at least, 20 to 25 million people have heard about my story. I don't know where it's landed with them. I hope it's inspired people. I get very little feedback from people. I'm a little frustrated that I don't get more feedback through vehicles that are easily
accessible
easy
to
track, like through Twitter and Facebook and that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping it's landing in a way that inspires people. And I guess what I'll add to that is a fire is rising in me, man. I am absolutely just all on top of this, on fire this year, and it's going to be a big year for me. And my intention is to triple those numbers. In my heart, I know that I'm something, and I know that I'm something more. And this year is my year to prove it, to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. And I believe that once I get down to 210 and 8%. Not only is that going to give me the traction I need to advance my career as an athlete and as a model, but it's going to advance my career as an actor too.
That's great.
Because my end game is such that I want this to land where I can make a career out of film and television.
Now, we have a few more minutes left, Mark, and I want to ask you this question. It's sort of like a left field question. I mean, as far as like everything that you accomplished so far, what was one of the craziest things you ever came across throughout your journey of losing all this weight, or the acting, and maybe give me like a crazy story, something that happened to you in your little journey that you've been doing here.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because it's not just one thing. It's a combination of things, but it's just the people that I've met.
Right.
I am so lucky. Do you realize I've met Angela Sun, the host of American Ninja Warrior, Nicole Wilkins, a 2-time Miss Olympia and 2 times Miss International figure competitor, Tom Terwilliger, a Mr. America, Jesse Warnham, who was on The Biggest Loser. I've met Tiffany Adams, who's on the show Push Girls. I met William Hurt, who was one of my favorite actors of all time. I guess it would be just more the people that I've met as a result of being who I am now. Those things would have never even been on my radar before.
Let me ask you this.
I was a guy who didn't leave my house. I was a complete and total recluse.
All right, let me ask you this real quick.
It would be, I guess, a combination of the experiences, but more importantly, the people. I met Mario Zagunis, 2-time Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
More the people that I've met.
Yeah, so let me ask you this, though. Were you starstruck when you met these people, or were you just like, oh, these are just average people?
No, I really, they're ordinary, they're very accessible people. I won't say they're ordinary people, but they're very ordinary in how they comport themselves, and they've been very friendly and very accessible. When I was in actually right after college in my 20s, I actually worked in entertainment security for a couple of years. So I got to work with some people like George Carlin and Dane Cook and Morgan Freeman. So I've been around celebrities.
Right.
So I think if it weren't for the fact that I had already had that experience in my frame of reference, I might have been a little more starstruck. But I guess one thing I would add is I've been really grateful and blessed to have gone out with 3 Playboy centerfolds and 2 Playboy cyber girls.
Oh, really?
So that didn't suck. That was pretty fun.
Well, hey, let me ask you this: Did you get to the grotto at the Playboy mansion?
No, I haven't been there yet.
Well, let me know. Send me a postcard when you get there.
I do have. It is in my crosshairs. I do have some connections that could land me there, but I haven't been there yet.
Well, you better hurry up before Hugh Hefner passes away, because you better hurry quickly. I don't know how long this man's going to hang on, so you got to get to the grotto quickly.
I know. I know, right? Has anybody had any questions in the chat box? A lot of people I know are probably maybe taking time out of doing things they'd rather be doing on Friday night. Do we have anything we need? Anybody have any questions?
Basically, you covered everything that I got here in front of me, and they're all applauding you right now. So they're saying good luck and everything with what's going on. So the thing is that I hope everything works out well for you, and if maybe in a few months or something like that, maybe in June, we'll call you back up and see how everything's working out with you, and see if you hit that goal, or what have you. And then maybe if you're in Cleveland or something like that around that time, we'll bring you in studio and get you in here and talk to you some more.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I'm actually going to be in Cleveland. I'm not sure when, probably in March. I'm going to do some speaking and some publicity. I just did an appearance on Channel 19 with Dawn Kendrick, and I've got 2 other things that I'm going to do in Cleveland in the way of publicity and a speaking gig. So I'll let you know when that's going to be, probably March.
That'd be awesome.
And I'll stay in touch with you through Facebook. I want to support you in what you're doing. I love your show. I love your station. I'm here to rattle the cages, man, to set the world on fire, because I want 6.8 billion people to be inspired by my experience. So thanks so much for having me on the show. I appreciate it. Thanks to my mom, my family, and especially my dad, my sponsors, and all the members of my team.
I appreciate you coming on, Mark Eisenhart, everybody. And Mark, if you want to check out Mark, go to his Facebook page, facebook.com/ is it Mark Eisenhart, or can we just do a Google do a search on there?
A simpler way would be just the website, which is www.getempowerednow. Empowered is spelled with an I, like impulse power. And then you can link up to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, all that stuff through through my website.
And let me tell you, Mark is very, very accessible to contact. I mean, he's constantly on the social media websites. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting a message from Mark saying, we're still on for Friday, right? Yeah, we're still on, Mark. We're good. We're good. And 4:30 in the morning. Yep, we're still good, Mark. So we're but Mark, I do wish you the best of luck, man, and I hope everything works out for you. And I love to have you in studio. Maybe we can sit down and talk a little bit more, and maybe who knows? We can maybe come up with some. I'm not going to go vegan, Mark. I'll tell you right now. Maybe you can come up with some sort of diet for me so I can lose a few pounds, and then maybe we can do this thing together.
Sounds great. You know, you got to do what works for you. The vegan diet helped me get where I am now. It's not in my way right now, so I'm put the eggs and the fish back in your diet. I'm a guy that just says, you know what, find a diet that works for you and go with that. Listen to what your body's telling you.
Awesome.
But whatever you do, get the processed foods, get the GMO foods, get that stuff out of your diet, man, because it's killing us.
I agree. All right, Mark, I do appreciate you coming on, dude. And in June we'll talk back with you.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. Mark Eisenhart, everybody. All right, real quick. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I got a bunch of crazy stories. You know what? I can't wait till Mark comes in June. And, I wish him the best of luck, though. But I can tell you one thing. He can talk, man. I had a bunch of questions. I tried to get in there. And, wow. I couldn't get a word in edgewise, but you know what? I'm glad he got a story out there. Everybody needed to hear it anyway, so it was great, though. Maybe when I get him in studio, I'll get him in a headlock, and then I'll tell him, look, I got questions I need to ask you. But you know what? He might pick me up and throw me, and, he's Superman now, and, whatever. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Uncensored Net Noise is fueled by Cocaine Energy Supplement.
Hey, if you had to work on a Friday night, you'd need it too.
Uncensored Net Noise.
Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, on Morning Show Central Radio Network.
MorningShowCentral.com. Got time on your hands?
Oh, fuck! Ow! Ow! Ow!
What?
Ow!
Send us an email.
Hit the Contact Us page on MorningShowCentral.com.
You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise. User-friendly
and ready to serve.
MorningShowCentral.com.
If you have a product or service,
let people know about it.
Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think.
And the whole planet is listening.
Find out how you can advertise.
Email Chris at MorningShowCentral.com.
Call the show toll free.
1-888-668-0742.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more,
Guitar Center has you covered.
Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade.
With the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area.
They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them.
You should too.
Need to know more?
Go to GuitarCenter.com. MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following.
This bowel movement won't come out.
Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. User-friendly
and ready to serve.
MorningShowCentral.com.
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel
dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy.
With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services,
you can be confident your station will be all it can be.
Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com
and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Got time on your hands?
Oh, fuck! Ow! Ow! Oh, ow!
What?
Oh, ow!
Send us an email. Hit the Contact Us page on morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on morningshowcentral.com. There's more to life than mindless entertainment. You'll find out right after our show. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. It's Uncensored Net Noise. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. Live on morningshowcentral.com. If you'd like to call the show, 1-888-668-0742.
You're tripping, you're slipping, you start to lose your grip, then you come running back to me. You start abusing when you're using, in the meantime losing. Baby, why don't you let it be? Lights on you. 'Cause I can't hear you when you're screaming. Shut the door, see why you're leaving. Lights on you. You're fixing, you come running back to me, and there's no doubt it's all been played out. Now I'm on my way out, baby. Why can't you see? What are you talking to me? 'Cause I can't hear you when you're screaming. Shut the door, say why you leaving. Are you talking to me, to me, to me, to me, to me? Now you're lying on my pavement. to find. 'Cause in the meantime, you're leaving me blind, and I can't get you out of my mind. Something's got to give. It's talking to me, 'cause I can hear you when you're screaming. Shut the door, say why you leaving. Are you talking to me, to me, to me, to me, to me? Cause I can't hear you when you're screaming. Shut the door, say why you leaving. Are you talking to me, to me, to me,
Previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
All right, I got this story about this, these welfare recipient people that get welfare. Okay. Well, okay. You think, oh my God, these people are, they're so bad. They're evil. They're this, that, and the other. Well, okay. Well, some people do need it. Legitimately, they do need the system. All right. Well, these assholes that get welfare decided they're actually using that law right now to look into all your EBT transactions that you make with your welfare card. And it's kind of surprising and shocking what these people are using their EBT cards for. A couple examples are they're going to strip clubs, using the ATMs there, purchasing lap dances with them.
If you play the tape of our show backwards, you'll discover a secret message. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise.
All right, we're back. You want to call the show, the number's 888-668-0742. Or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. I'm in there right now. Again, I want to thank Mark Eisenhart for coming on the show and talking about his experience with his weight loss and his career that he's pursuing right now. And I wish him the best of luck. I do have a story here that I want to talk about. It's about a waitress. She got fired. And I bet you're wondering why she got fired. Well, you probably already know. You probably heard the story already. Well, anyways, there's this pastor. She went into an Applebee's to eat with a bunch of people, and there's like 8 or 9 people or something like that. And Pastor Bell is a pastor at the Truth in World Deliverance Ministry Church. That's a mouthful. And she wrote, where the little thing where it says if there's a party of 8, 18% tip, whatever. Well, she crossed that out. And she wrote, I give 10% to God. And then she wrote next to it, why do you get 18%? Well, the waitress thought it was kind of amusing, and she took a picture of it, and guess where she posted it? On a social media website called Reddit. It went wild on Reddit. It went everywhere. It hit Facebook, it hit Twitter, it hit websites, it hit all over the place. So Applebee's decided, well, in their infinite wisdom, so since you took a picture of this receipt, we're going to fire you. Well, there was a conversation with the Pastor Bell, and she was asked, well, why did you write that on the receipt in the first place? And she's like, well, I don't know why I wrote it. It was a stupid thing. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just kept my mouth shut, and then that would have been the end of it. But she did leave a tip, and she said that the bill was like $34 or something like that. She left $6 tip or something like that. Okay, well, whatever. But still, the point of the matter is that this girl, this waitress, took a picture of it, and the douchebags decided to fire her because she took a picture of the receipt. There was no credit card information being shown on in the picture, or it wasn't. It was only the comment that was made on the receipt. That was it. That the pastor wrote on it. I think it was a douchebag move by the restaurant to fire the chick. But then I also think that it was a douchebag move by the pastor for pushing her religious beliefs on someone, that she shouldn't be doing. Now, look, I'm all for religion. Yes, I do believe in God. I do think there's a God, and He is very, very powerful. Okay, and I will say that I do believe in the Lord above. But here's the thing. When someone starts pushing their religion on me, I get kind of offended with it. And I'm sure Chris is the same way. And I don't want to speak for him, but, let's find out real quick. Let me pop Chris up real quick. You got your mic on, Chris?
Yeah.
All right. Let's say hypothetically someone walked up to you, Chris, and goes, hey, start spewing all this religious stuff, and they're saying all kinds of stuff to you, and it's it's stuff that you don't want to hear. Do you get kind of offended?
Yeah, I'll just walk away.
Right, exactly. I mean, I don't let them dictate what my religious belief should be. You got your set ways, how you think, how everything works, and I have my set ways, and that's how it should be. Writing this on a receipt is showing, your ignorance and pushing your beliefs on someone, other than, yourself, And the other thing is, too, if you really want to get technical about it, though, Chris, that she wrote, I give 10% to God. Well, if she's a pastor, wouldn't you think she'd give 110%?
Right.
Right. So, I mean, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's kind of weird. But the thing is that, I'm not going to let someone dictate to me what my religious belief should be. And it's kind of messed up that, this girl at Applebee's got fired, though. They should give her a job back. Now she's probably some college student trying to, make it out here in the world, and, probably going to school or something, and now she doesn't have the waitress job to, pay for her books or pay for her, her apartment that she needs, or she's probably sharing an apartment with someone. So she probably doesn't have this money to go and take care of her personal needs now. So shame on Applebee's for firing her, though. All right, here's another story. It's about a restaurant. It's Subway. Now there's two New Jersey men. They're suing Subway because they said that the 12-inch foot long is not 12 inches long. It's not a foot long. And when they depict it on these commercials, when you see $5 foot long, and they say that, well, you're actually getting like 10 inches of foot long. All right, so you're missing a couple of inches of foot long. Do you really care? Look, I don't really care if it's exactly 12 inches long. Do you, Chris? Do you really care that it's 12 inches long?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, come on, really? I mean, I'm not going to turn around and care if the sub is a couple inches off. Now, here's the reason why. The sub is a little bit off, because you have to think about it. And Chris works in food. He's a prep chef and everything. Beside going to school, that's what he does. And I'm not going to mention the place where he works at, but he works with food. He's around food all the time. And I'm sure that, there's bakery products that you have to deal with at your work, correct, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys make all your stuff from scratch, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're familiar with a proof box, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I used to be a baker. I know these things. When you put the bread on there, you measure it out to be 12 inches long. It is 12 inches long when the dough is made, when it's created. It's exactly 12 inches long, okay? But here's the thing. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, Chris. When you throw it in the proofer, it proofs up. It gets big and big and big. Okay, it's still 12 inches long. But when you throw it in the oven to bake, it's going to shrink a little bit. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because of all the moisture that's in the bread, it's going to make it shrink. So to bitch about 2 inches of bread that you really don't need anyways is kind of stupid. I don't get it, though. These guys are out just for blood, I guess. I mean, they think that, for 2 more inches, and we're going to sue this big corporate company, and cry about if my foot long is really 12 inches long. So the next time you go to Subway and you see all those racks of bread that they throw in the oven, just look at the tray, the thing that it's on. It's exactly 12 inches. But if you stuck around long enough to see the bread come out of that oven, yes, it's going to shrink a little bit. It's going to all the moisture and everything that's in the bread from the proof box is going to make the bread shrink a little bit. So stop bitching about Subway being, ripping you off. They said it's false advertisement, and they filed a class action lawsuit against Subway, which I think is a total bullshit idea in the first place. And I hope Subway wins, because no one really cares if 2 inches of bread is missing off their freaking sandwich. I don't care. Chris doesn't care, our intern. And I'm sure half of our listeners out there really don't give a shit if 2 inches of bread is missing off their sub. So I got another story here. I got this lawmaker in Oregon, especially, we talked to Mark. He's from, I should have asked him this question when I had him on the phone. There's this lawmaker in Oregon. He's seeking to outlaw non-prescription cigarettes. So basically he wants to outlaw cigarettes totally in the state of Oregon. And the only way you get cigarettes is through a prescription. Through a prescription. Now, cigarettes they've been legal since, the Indians, all right? And they're still legal now. Why all of a sudden go into this to make it, harder for people to get them or whatever? I understand smoking is a bad thing. You shouldn't smoke. I get that. I totally get it. But to take away someone's right to do something that is legal in the first place, you can smoke a cigarette. I don't care if it's in the Constitution or in a book somewhere. If smoking was illegal, you wouldn't be able to purchase them in any store at all, okay? No place at all. There wouldn't be taxes on them. Our government wouldn't be taxing cigarettes right now if it was so illegal. I don't care if it's on any kind of a book or whatever, okay? But the thing is that to take away someone's right that actually, look, I'm a smoker, but I don't care. If you took away my right for smoking, I'll just have to quit now, wouldn't I? I'm not gonna fight them or whatever the case may be. But it's the point. It's actually the point that you're taking away someone else's right, that the law is already, you can already smoke as it is, but then to turn around and say the only way you can smoke is to go to your doctor and tell him, hey, I want you to give me a prescription for cigarettes. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be a lot of doctors out there that will write these prescriptions for nothing anyways. They'll say, okay, you need cigarettes? Okay, here you go. Here's your prescription. You go get it, and then you'll get a carton of cigarettes for the month. Then you'll go get another carton of cigarettes for a month, and another carton of cigarettes for a month. So it's just like back to square one again. So this lawmaker in Oregon should just, leave it alone, and who cares? Don't worry about it. I could see if it was like some hardcore drug, like crack, or, cocaine, not the energy drink, but cocaine. All right. Then I would say, yeah, you would have to, outlaw that. That should be illegal or whatever. Or if it's Oxycontin, or if it's some sort of pain medication that you can get over the counter or behind the counter or whatever, and you have to have a prescription for it or whatever, and someone's abusing that, then yeah, I see a problem with it. But it's cigarettes, people. They've been around for forever. I know it's a bad habit. It's a nasty habit to have. But the thing is that you shouldn't have to take it away from someone that actually, wants to do it. If they want to smoke cigarettes, they want to get cancer and die from cancer or whatever, or some throat disease or whatever the case may be, then it's on them. They made their bed. Let them lie in it, And a lot of people don't understand, too, is that, you say, well, why don't you just quit tomorrow? Well, it's not that easy. I mean, and I hate the non-smokers, the people out there that go, well, it should be easy to stop smoking. No, it's not. You have no idea. I tried to quit smoking for probably about 2 weeks. Dude, I was climbing up the walls I wanted to murder somebody, you know, and I was so agitated. I was so pissed off. I said, screw it, I'm done. Went to the corner store, bought a pack of smokes. I was done. I wasn't going to turn around and try to attempt to, you know, stop again. But the thing is that people think it's so easy to quit. It's hard. And I don't, you know, on these patches that, you know, you can go out and get, dude, have you read the warning labels on these patches? Can give you nightmares when you wear them. Don't believe me? Look at the side of a box of patches that are out there. I'm not going to name the brands, but 99.9% of those patches that are out there that you can get over the counter, if you read the side of the label, it says, will cause nightmares. Trust me, my father tried them. They caused him nightmares. He was having terror sweats in his sleep because of them. I mean, he was having like giant, he thought, he dreamt that he was in a bowling alley and someone was rolling him down the alley as a bowling ball. And it was like terror sweats for him. I mean, it's no joke. I mean, it literally happens to you. So it's not that easy to quit. I mean, and these non-smokers out there, quit telling smokers to stop. You know, I mean, maybe try to encourage them to quit smoking, but just don't go up to them, oh, that's a nasty habit. You need to stop. That's a filthy habit. I hate that. There's someone in this building right now. Someone in this building right now. Well, not right now, but that's in this building, that works in this building that we're broadcasting from, came up to me one day and said, oh, that's a nasty habit you're doing. I looked at her, I'm going to say her, and I just laughed. I know it's a nasty habit, but don't, again, it's like religion. Don't push your beliefs on me. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about your opinion. If I wanted to know about your opinion, that's fine. Now, if you would have walked up to me and said, oh, I see you're smoking or something, or whatever the case may be, and maybe started a conversation about it or something like that, and maybe like words of encouragement or something like that, then maybe I would, you know, be more adept to, you know, talking to her and maybe, you know, acknowledging her points. But to just come up to me and, ew, it's nasty, well, then, you know, go fuck yourself. I got another story here. Chinese fire causes traffic meltdown in Norway tunnel. Literally, cheese shut a tunnel down in Norway. There was tons, 27, well, I don't know how much this is, though. It's got to be a lot. 27 metric tons of flaming brown cheese. This fell off the back of a truck, caught on fire, and now is melting in under this bridge. The freeway, or the bridge it was under, was closed for 3.5 days because of the cheese, the cleanup. And this story happened let's see here, about 5 days ago. So I wonder if they got it cleaned up by now. So I'm sure they did, though. But could you believe that? Could you imagine the mess that there was with all this cheese? It would have been crazy. It would be insane, though. I wouldn't want to see 27 metric tons of flaming brown cheese all over the ground. It's crazy, though. All right. Let me ask Chris this. I'm sure he's a horn dog real quick. Let me ask him this. Hey, you know about the AVNs, right? You know what the AVN awards are?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the 2013 Clever Titles have came out. And I'm going to give you a few of them and tell me what you think about them, Chris, all right? All right. There's one called, let's see, Brooklyn Egg Cream on the Rocks, Seymour Butts, and Pure Play is three movies. This is the good one. Chocolate Yam Yams, Black Storm.
Chocolate Yam Yams.
Yeah, Chocolate Yam Yams, Storm. I have no idea but I like to see what the hell this movie's about. There's another one. Does this dick make your ass look big? Okay, that's another one. Here's another good one. Look, Mom, my first black penis.
There we go. My favorite one right there.
Occupy My Ass, Bobby is another one. She plays a mean, rusty trombone. Is another one. Here's the best one, I think. Show me your shithole.
Oh.
So those are some of the freaky titles for the 2013 AVN Awards, and I thought they were pretty cool, though. It was something I was reading. I said, you know what, I got to share it with everybody, though. It's kind of funny. All right, I got a story here. South Florida is where it happened at. Man convicted of sexual activities with a donkey, of all things. Guy was actually having sexual intercourse with a donkey. Last month, Carlos Romano accepted a plea offer from the state attorney's office for a year of probation and a $200 fine and no jail time after he pled guilty for sexual activities with his pet, a miniature donkey named Doodle, which he also agreed to have or to give up, according to the news report. So he had sexual relations with his donkey. He had to pay a $200 fine. He's on probation for a year, and then he's got to give up his poor beloved Doodles. I guess Romaine was busted on other things too. He was for thieving stuff, scrapping metals and stuff like that, and they also caught him with that. Now he's back in jail. And he's sitting there waiting trial. So after he got his donkey, after his donkey got taken away from him, he went on a life of crime of stealing metals from people's places or whatever the case may be. You ever want to, let me ask you this, Chris, real quick, so that way I get your opinion on it. Have you ever wanted to, I don't know, have a stripper type atmosphere in your house?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, you got kids too, right? So that wouldn't work.
They wouldn't be there.
They wouldn't be there? Well, this guy, he decided it would be a cool idea to turn his house into a stripper's paradise and start having a strip club environment in his house. So he had stripper poles, he had strippers there, loud music, neighbors complain. Moral of the story is he is now in jail for running a prostitution, well, not a prostitution, a sex strip club in a residential neighborhood, and now he's sitting in jail right now. So, that sucks. So his stripping days are over. It's kind of blows. All right, real quick, guys, we're going to take our last break here, and then we're going to come back and wrap up the show. And we're going to get the hell up out here. You're listening to Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. And let's do this again. I'm rusty, guys. I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that mouse, or we'll come to your home and pistol whip you. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on MorningShowCentral.com. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda!
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try Cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine.
Hey, this is Dee Snyder from Twisted Sister, and you're listening to Uncensored Net Noise.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You want a date? I'm gonna puke on you. Gee, I don't think I have a price for that.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Right here on MorningShowCentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com.
Oh, wow. Language. Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/MorningShowCentral. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
Prepare to get your cock rocked to kingdom come.
Welcome back to the show that doesn't discriminate. We'll bang everyone equally.
You can handle that? You got a job.
It's Uncensored Net Noise. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. It's Uncensored Net Noise. Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise. Live on MorningShowCentral.com. If you'd like to call the show, 1-888-668-0742. Previously on Uncensored Net Noise.
Look, guys, stop whining on Facebook.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop whining on Facebook. Ladies, listen, don't I don't care about, your women's issues and problems that you're having, because if I comment on it, it's not going to be a legitimate comment. I might say, "Oh, I feel sorry for you," but deep down inside, I don't. Because I don't give a shit about your problem on Facebook. I mean, if you look, here's the difference. If you called me directly and if I knew you personally and you told me your problems, I'd care 110%. But if I'm watching it on Facebook and I'm seeing it on Facebook for the world to watch, I don't give a fuck.
It's Uncensored Net Noise. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fine people at the FCC for being such Welcome back to Uncensored Net Noise.
Yay, the P. Diddy remix. All right, you want to call the show? The number's 888-668-0742 or get to the website, morningshowcentral.com. Jump in the chat. Our good friend Bastard Bunny's in the chat. Haven't seen his ass in a month. I wonder where he's been doing. I don't know. But anyways, I got the story here. Pretty cool. The dead woman, she comes back to life. She was 101 years old, and she decided to come back to life. It was a China woman. She was in China. Yes, in China, people. They couldn't believe their eyes when a 101-year-old woman sat up and spoke. She was being put in her coffin. I don't know how to pronounce this lady's name. It's some long-ass thing. And she started saying, what are you doing to me? That was the first words out of her mouth. People were so shocked they couldn't believe what they were seeing, and they confirmed that this lady was dead, but evidently they didn't check her pulse and to find out if she was really, really dead. So that's what happened in China, which is crazy. Anyways, speaking of Chinese food, I got Chinese food waiting for me at home, and I'm gonna have some a little later when I get out of here, though. But I do want to mention this. On our website, morningshowcentral.com, there is a bunch of updates that happen to the website. There's more coming. I'm rolling out some new things that are on for the website in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll have them all up there soon. I did do some cleanup and made it a little bit more easier for people to just go to the website, click on, either the listen to the show or watch the show. Either way you can do it. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to tune in and watch the show, you just want it playing in the background, you can just hit the audio portion of the show, or you can hit the visual portion if you want to sit there and watch all the shows on MSC Radio Network. Just wanted to throw this out there real quick, though. There is a couple of things that are coming up for MSC. 2013 is going to be kind of rough for us. So just bear with us. There's going to be a lot of cool things that are going to be happening here at MSC. But the way it's looking right now, guys, I don't know if 2014 will be around. But we'll see what happens, though. I'll let you guys know more in advance. I'm already working on the 2013 Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash, so this might be your very last one, because I don't think I'm going to do any more after this one. This might be the last one. 7 years of doing the Birthday Bash, and this might be the last one. So we'll see what happens there. We're already working on it. I already got 2 bands confirmed. We're good to go. We're working on 4 right now, and we're working on a new venue here in Cleveland to do the show. So I'm looking at I'm looking at what Bunny's saying in the chat room. Also, I got a bunch of things that are popping up too on the Uncensored Net Noise website too. I'm working on revamping the UNN page soon. I'm gonna add some more, stuff on there. A little later, I'm going to make it a little bit less confusing for people, which I don't think it is really confusing. I've had the same website for the past, 6 years, and I think it works fairly well for what we do, for the show. And the nice thing about it is that if you subscribe, if you go to the website, uncensorednetnoise.com, and on the left-hand side, there is a little box that says subscribe. If you just put your email address in there, we don't spam you. We spam you once a week. If you're lucky, if we do a show. And that's when the show comes out. So basically, you'll get an email saying, hey, look, the show's up on the website. And you can be able to listen to it right from your email address. Right from your email, right there in your inbox. So that's the cool thing about it, though. So if you want to subscribe to the show, it's there. It's really, really simple to use. Also, our YouTube channel is blowing up. We're already up to 11,000 hits on our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel is not our Uncensored Net Noise YouTube channel hasn't been around that long because we never really archived video until just recently. This couple of years. Well, actually, this year, or last year, part of last year, we started archiving the video. And it's blown up. 11,000 hits and climbing. So we want to encourage you guys to go to our YouTube channel and do a search for Uncensored Net Noise and subscribe for our show's YouTube channel. And check us out on iTunes, too. Go to iTunes and just type in Uncensored Net Noise, and you'll be able to get the show right from iTunes as well. Also, there's a great app that you guys can download. It's called TuneIn Radio. It's free. Just go to your app store on your smartphone or your dumb phone, because some of these phones are completely stupid anyways. And you can actually listen to us right now on your phone. So all you do is you download the TuneIn Radio app and you search Morning Show Central Radio Network, and you'll be able to listen to us on your smartphone, and you can wander around the house, go to your favorite restaurant, turn us up really, really loud on your phone, and then let us know in the chat that you're at a restaurant, and I'll start dropping F-bombs. So you'll start, pissing off all the people around you. That would be awesome. So yeah, just the free app is called TuneIn Radio, and you can download that and listen to the show for free. Also, check out our sponsor, Cocaine Energy Drink. Go to their website, drinkcocaine.com. They got the shots up there. They got the red and the blue cocaine energy drink, and they also have the black cola coming really soon on their website. So you got to look out for that too. And like them on Facebook. Go to facebook.com and type in Cocaine Energy, and you'll be able to like them on Facebook as well. I do have a call. Uncensored Net Noise, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, man. It's Pastor Bunny. What's up?
What's up, Bunny? How you been, dude?
Pretty good. Just been playing the whole work thing for a while.
I see that. You've been in hibernation mode here.
Pretty much. I've been thinking about, I'm kind of doing the same thing you're doing, dude. I mean, thinking about, 2013. I got some hard decisions to make this year.
Right.
Well, so I'm starting to really wonder if, part of my problem is I'm starting to wonder if some of the decisions I made in the last couple of years have been that good.
Right.
So definitely going to be some changes down here for me as well. So I'm not sure what's going to happen for me just yet, but I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm with you there on the whole 2013 thing.
Right. I sat down and I was looking at everything, and I'm going, you know what? It's been a great run, with everything that we're doing here. And, everything's been great and peachy, and, it's working out really well for us. But, the problem is that I want to see growth with MSC. I want people to interact with us. I want people to come to our website and actually, check out the shows that we have here on MSC Radio Network. Conversate with everybody that's, in the chat rooms and stuff like that, which is where we do shows 7 days a week here. So there's not a show or not a day that goes by that there's something going on here at MSC. And also we're playing mainstream music now on the live feed now. So you go right now after our show, you might catch some Zeppelin, you might get some AC/DC, you might get whatever's playing on there, even the new stuff, the old stuff, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not going to discriminate. It's going to be any type of genre of music, we're going to throw it in there. Hell, I threw Public Enemy in there for somebody, and I'm playing it. So, I mean, a lot of changes are coming with MSC, but like I said, I have to do a lot of thinking myself, and I have to figure out what I got to do to, really push this thing forward for 2013. Or, I can't do it no more. I'm getting to the point where it's like, it's either mac and cheese for the rest of my life, or I have a steak dinner every now and again. So I want a steak dinner every now and again.
I hear that.
Yeah. So.
Definitely hear that.
Other than that, what's up with
the first part of the show?
Yeah, that's okay though. You'll be able to catch it. We had a great guest on. We had Mark Eisenhart on the show. He was 455 pounds, and he lost all this weight, and he's down to almost damn near 200 pounds now. And he did it in like a few. And he did it in a few months. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, that's killer. So yeah, we have that up there too. You'll be able to listen to his whole journey through his weight loss thing and why he did it. And
you're still listening, dude.
Yeah. So
you're still listening, dude. Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet myself, I lost 120 over 10 months. Back in 2001 time frame.
Well, he's getting ready to climb some huge ass. Yeah, he's getting ready to climb some huge ass mountain overseas, and I guess, repel from it and stuff. So, and this guy's like in his 40 years old or something like that, you know? So he's still, still doing all this crazy stuff. And he's also a model, and he's also an athlete as well. He's been endorsed by different sponsors for his ability with his sports academic, I guess. And then he was also on that Ninja Warrior show. So.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he comes back.
Well, yeah, he was on that show.
Oh, my kid loves that. My kid loves that show.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he's almost injured himself twice watching it, but still, he jumps around like on the ottoman and stuff in here in the living room.
Right.
It is hilarious him watching that show. He's got all worked in. All the kids get worked into that one, dude.
Yeah, he was on last season's show, so he's not going to be on this season, but he'll probably be back in the next season or something like that. So, which is going to be cool. So.
I mean, I don't know anybody that's ever done it personally, but I see that stuff, and I know it kind of looks like it's powder puff from the front, from like watching it on TV, but that shit's hard.
It is hard. I mean, yeah, it is. It is hard. A lot of people say that, you see it on TV, it looks really easy, but in real life, it is really, really hard, and you go to do it, and it's like, I can't do this stuff, It's like you think it's really funny, that one show where they run around and are jumping on these different things to get from one end of the obstacle to another, and you have to do it in a certain amount of time, or you're disqualified or whatever, or you get knocked up. It's called Wipeout, I think it is. And it's like, why?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's hard as hell, though. It may look funny on TV, but that shit's hard.
No, I agree. Like I said, my kid loves that show too, and it just he gets into that. He's like jumping around and watching it and all that shit. I love it. I mean, it's kind of funny though, because the two announcers are making it kind of funny. Even the UK edition is kind of funny because they had what's that guy's name? Richard Hammond. He's the guy that's on Top Gear in UK.
Right.
He hosts it over there, and he's somewhat of a smart ass.
Yeah.
So I guess you kind of have to host that show.
Right.
But I guess I'm a petrol head and all that good shit too. You already know that. But.
Right. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna wrap up the show here. I'm hoping that next week when I have a band coming in next week, so you might enjoy this one. So I hope you're able to tune in at 9:00 when the show starts, and you'll be able to listen to the whole entire
definitely.
thing. Yeah.
Tonight I was going to, but something kind of popped up there on me, and no, I'm getting back. I want to be remote for a while, so I'll definitely be listening to the show for sure.
Awesome. Also, if you're out and about or whatever, get that app for your phone, TuneIn Radio, and then put it on your phone, and you'll be able to listen to the show on the go.
In fact, if you do listen to the show on the go, be sure to go to the airports and turn your phone up really loud, like I do. That way, when Chris starts yelling "fuck," the TSA will come and you can tell them about the airport, and you can tell them all about UNN while they're beating the crap out of you.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I could turn around and say, as long as you let me know ahead of time that you're going to the airport and the TSA officer is standing right next to you, I can start yelling "terrorist, terrorist" like that, and then they'll start running toward Bastard Bunny or whoever, and I'll tackle them and take them in the back and beat the shit out of them. There you go. That'll work. So, all right, buddy. I appreciate you calling in, dude. And like I said, I'll check out the website for the archive of the show. I think you're gonna like this show here.
Oh no, I listen tomorrow. I'll listen for sure. I listen to just about every one of your shows anyway. So
awesome.
It's just like I said. It's just so hard for me with my schedule now to really
I get it.
I don't even watch live TV anymore, to be honest with you.
I get it. You don't love us no more.
I love you guys. You know I love you guys.
All right, Bastard Bunny. I do appreciate you calling in, dude.
Anytime.
All right, later, dude. All right. I think that's going to do it for us tonight. We're going to get the hell up out of here. We're going to call it a night and head home into this blizzard. I think it's snowing again. I'm not sure. I know yesterday was crazy. I don't know why my daughter went to school today. All the suburbs, like I said in the beginning of the show, were all closed, and my daughter's school, which is Cleveland Public School, decides, well, we're going to just, keep the doors open and let the kids come in today. Well, yeah, only eight teachers showed up at her school today, and then maybe a handful of kids, and my kid was one of them there. And what did they do all day? They sat around watching movies. That's all they did. She could have just called me, and I could have came and got her. And I think that would have worked too. So we're going to get the hell up out of here. We'll talk to you again next week, guys. I do have a band coming in next week for sure, I think. I have to check the schedule, but I do think I have a band coming in. Just check our website for more information or go to our Facebook page, facebook.com. Bunny, get a Facebook. Facebook.com/uncensored net noise, and you'll be able to see all the updates that we do up on the Facebook, and you'll also be able to check out all the updates that MSC Radio Network posts too. On that note, guys, we're going to get the hell up out of here. Peace, we're out.
Okay, wait. I love you. Okay, bye.
I'm not even going to say anything. It's so embarrassing.
And Bunny, get a damn Facebook. I mean it.
The crew at Uncensored Net Noise would like to thank the sponsors that make our weekly show possible. Cocaine Energy Supplement, Lifestyle Limousine, Intense Frequency Production, Guitar Center, North Olmsted, Ohio, Joe the Printer Guy, Broken Fan Media, and Pete99.com. Web hosting done right. Did you miss any of the show?
What the hell happened to you guys?
Actually, we were hoping you could tell us.
Then check out our website at morningshowcentral.com and visit the archives for this and other past shows. Also, check out the games, photo galleries, chat rooms, and more.
We're supposed to be fighting for truth, justice, and the American way here.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are not controlled by the FCC, our wives, girlfriends, gay lovers, or favorite barnyard animals. And if you have any complaints, call someone who cares. Be sure to tune in next week for another sick and twisted edition of Uncensored Net Noise.
Conspiracy theories and masturbation. I suspected there was a connection.
If you have any questions, comments, bitches, complaints, or great stories about barnyard fetishes, shoot us an email at show@morningshowcentral.com. And be sure to check out the live show next Friday night, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on morningshowcentral.com.
Must be great to be able to make a living doing something you love.
From Chris and the rest of the gang here at Uncensored Net Noise, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.